hive cluster is under attack.
For the swarm.
Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Today, gonna be a Castro versus Zazu game here on Colosseum, top right. It is our orange Zerg, it is Castro, and in the bottom left, we got ourselves Zazu, a Polish Zerg player. So Castro is a beloved, well, was a beloved Zerg player. He passed away back in 2020. So Peru lost an incredible player, and we're just going to honor him by casting a few of his games every once in a while to make sure he's not forgotten. Okay, so it's got Castro versus Zazu here. So it's a ZVZ here on Colosseum. Maybe a Sunken Rush? Is that too much to ask for here on Colosseum? I've always wanted to see a Sunken Rush on this map. Because, as we all know... Oh, there's no creep. Is that because it hasn't been viewed yet? Okay. Terror the Overlord scouting out. Yep, I know you like desert environments. It's warm, it's toasty. And there's cactus that you can see. And this is the other Terry. Yep, I know you like desert environments too. Picking up rocks for your rock collection. Okay, so we've got an extractor pool here opening here from Zazu. And then also an extractor pool opening here from Castro a little bit later. So if you start your pool just a little bit later than your opponent, you are in a good place because you have 10 workers to 9 workers, and slowlings are slow. And the time it takes to get across the map, you can have the bigger army and the better economy. Ho 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 ho. Check that action out. All right. This is drone up to. Gonna just expand. It's cool. No big deal. Castro expanding up here on the high ground. Here on Colosseum. It's a nice place to hang out. So the thing about ZVZ is so many of them end in the first 7 minutes. Like so many ZVZs in my replay folders are just 7 minutes long. Like somebody goes for a bunch of lings and wins. They show up at a timing the other player's not quite ready for. Bad stuff happens. Are you getting a sunken? Wow. So Zazu's like, all right. Zazu's in trouble, is what we're trying to say here. The creep is here. So the creep doesn't exist until it gets viewed? Yeah, look at that. You can see it here, but it's not here. Oh, there's a little piece. What the heck? Now it's moving up? Is the Overlord seeing it? Yeah. So once a unit sees the creep, it's visible. That's so weird. Check this out. Check it out. Creep. There's been creep here this whole time. So yeah, you can come up here and throw down a creep colony on your opponent's creep and like sunken rush them. It would be so cool, but every Zerg player is very aware of that possibility, so they're just like, nah, not happening. Sorry, not allowed, not at all. Okay, so this is really a problem for Zazu all of a sudden. I mean, look, he's getting a Spire, which is awesome because the lair here, ooh, for Castro is not even about halfway done now. There's going to be muta stuff. And, you know, if you have mutas and your opponent doesn't have mutas, it's a pretty bad time in general for you as a Zerg player. You pretty much will die about 90% of the time if your opponent has mutas out and you don't. Bad. Ooh, but Castro wipes out a bunch of Zazu's lings. Counterattack timing. Big attack timing. While the Zerg player, maybe Zazu is saving up larva and saving up minerals and saving up gas for mutas. Maybe the ling... Oh, no. Don't come home to deal with them. Ah! Don't send everything home. It's 2 Zerglings. Castro... Okay. Overreaction time. That's something I would do. I can relate. I know what's up. Oh, but now... Yeah, now there's 2 Sunkens up, and now the Spire just about done. So this Ling attack is going to be dangerous, but I really feel like Zazu should be able to hold on. It's just a question of how many drones he's going to die in this upcoming attack, because they are coming hard and coming strong for him. Plus, Castro's got a second base behind this. Spire finishes, 3 mutas on the way, because we only have the 1 hatch. That's all we can do. And here we go. Oh, focusing the enemy spawning pool. I didn't actually put that into my list of options here. So yeah, kills the spawning pool. And then maybe gets out of here? I don't know. Do we want to... We really can't take down this sunken. So just kind of... Oh, a drone died. Okay, okay. One drone went down. It's 10 to 11 workers. Zazu has the lead. His mutas are out, but there is so much time here to get spores up. And for his own spire to sort of try to finish here too. So yeah, a spore up and each mineral line against 3 mutas is going to be just fine. Thank you. There's a 4th one on the way. Because that's what we've got available to us. It's 10 to 10 workers at 5 minutes because that is ZVZ. It is low econ, baby. It is the lowest of econs of the matchups. So, let's see. Zazu didn't lose too much there. Losing the spawning pool hurts, but look at him not replacing it either. Because he needs the minerals. He doesn't have a ton of minerals. Oh, that's what is keeping him back on making a whole bunch of mutalisks here is the mineral count, interestingly enough. So yeah, I don't, like, these mutas are not even, they're just looking for overlords to kill because he knows there's going to be spores up in the mineral lines of both Castro's bases. So why bother? Why even head over there, right? Second base here for Zazu is going to finish soon. He's really, I don't know why he's not interested in building a spawning pool. Because eventually you're going to have a mineral, like way too many minerals, right? A mineral overflow. What's the word I'm trying to say there? A mineral surplus. That's the word I was looking for. I got there. Castro made a bunch of Scourge to try to deal with any mutalisks that might show up here. Now, oh, Scourge killed an overlord, but I it's not exactly the kind of trades you want to be making there. So I don't know. What are we looking at here? ZVZ is a little bit touchy for me to try to figure out what's going on as far as who's ahead. It's difficult for Tastosis as well. There was an amazing ZVZ from ASL. God, I can't remember the players involved in it, but it was like 30 minutes long, and it was nuts. We had Devourers, we had Defilers out. It was fantastic. Whoop, whoop. Now the Scourge micro part of the game comes into play, and the micro, it's hard. It's hard. They're probably playing from 2 different locations, right? We're probably in Poland here and in Peru here, and so micro's going to be really difficult. So maybe you can't have the best possible micro in that situation. It's 30 to 30 total supply. 4 mutas are now out for Castro compared to the 7 that Zazu has. That's, yeah, 14 to 15 workers here. Both players are just kind of squeezing out individual drones here and there and everywhere, right? So we're at 7 minutes, and we've magically made it to a point where both players are pretty even. Both players are in a pretty happy position. Zazu's mutas can't really win because there's spores up, and the defensive mutas from Castro can handle it with the help of those spores. Then Castro can't win because he doesn't have enough mutas to handle the mutalisks that Zazu has. So that's the trick here, right? Mutas are taking a really roundabout path to try to do something. Maybe try to snipe. Even in this game where there are 17 drones for your enemy, killing like 2 or 3 of them is humongous. And here we go. Muta's darting in. This is why you kind of want... Oh, he doesn't go in. Oh, he does. Yes, there, 1. He's not getting greedy. Just took 1. Then he backs right out. Oh, but then Lings are running it. No, the second base of Zazu's in a lot of trouble all of a sudden. I don't know about going for the hatchery. I would maybe. Oh, but then the mutas come down and they kill so many drones at the main base too. And 20 to 9 workers. Zazu's in an immense amount of trouble. He has just been. He's got to go. He's got to go. He's been commanded to go. His economy just got ravaged. He went from like 15 workers to 9. Castro's got 21. Castro might have droned up a little bit too hard. I'm just saying. Muta. Oh, look at that. Muta count is 8. Nope, 10. Crikey, it's 10 to 5. It's double the muta count. I'd go in here if I'm Zazu. You can win this. Come on. Ah, he's pulling back. I don't agree with his choice at all, but he did force Castro home. Getting up a second spore at each base. He's had a nice worker lead. He can afford to use 1 or 2 of them on a spore or 2. Right. So hit that like button. I don't cast ZVZs very often, so if you clicked on this, you're a ZVZ fan. So welcome to the ZVZs. This is a good one, too. I do like to cast them. It's just so many of them are like 4, 5, 6 minutes long, and like you've seen all those. You know what a 6-minute ZVZ looks like generally. It's the ones that are past 10 minutes that start getting really weird and really interesting in their own way. But boy, 20 to 14 workers here. Zazu's catching up in worker count quite nicely. I don't know. He didn't end up losing his second base, which is huge. He's trying to redrone up his main base here, obviously. Scourge flying around from Zazu, checking for third bases that might exist for Castro, but they do not. They do not. They do not. Donut. Whatever, man. Oh, that Scourge connected. Okay, so one of these is pretty darn injured. It's either this guy or it's this guy. Probably this guy, I would say. He's more injured by that Scourge hit. Ooh, there we go. Flyer Carapace coming in from Castro. You do want Flyer Carapace in this matchup rather than attack because of the bouncing nature of the glaive worms that are attacking your mutas. And that is taken into account on every bounce. That armor applies every 1, 2, 3 hits of those glaive worms. So that's why you're going to want armor here. It just helps your mutas stay alive, and the extra damage just really isn't worth it as much. So yeah, Zazu fighting scratching clawing back. He's up to 17 workers now. Castro's still at his 20. He's replaced the ones that he used to produce these spores. He's not teching up to a hive at all. And did we ever... I don't... Wow, Zazu never ever bothered replacing his spawning pool. That is so weird to me. He's just like, yeah, it's dead, so what? And if Lings come into play here... Gonna be so sad, but Castro doesn't have enough minerals for Lings either. He's also floating a ton of minerals. Both players could have, you know, anywhere from 5 to 8 more Mutalisks if they had the minerals and the supply available for it. So they're working on it. They're working on getting that Mutaflock up. This is going to be just a huge Muta battle, isn't it? Like, I'm expecting Devourers. I want some Defilers throwing down, you know, plagues all over these Mutas. But no, it's going to be traditional... traditional Muta versus Muta battle where micro probably matters, but I don't know enough about it to tell you who's microing better. It's hard to tell anyway because they all stack on top of each other. So let's see. I mean, counting at this point is just, this is where it gets difficult because it's more than 12 and they're all stacked on top of each other and they're stacked on purpose. For this very reason, it's hard for the enemy to count them if a caster can't count them, right? So +1 Carapace is done for Zazu. On the other side, these Mutalisks have plus... Oh, he actually went for... Oh, this is Carapace. This is attack. No, they both have Carapace. We're good. We're good. Both players got the Carapace upgrade. They know what's up. Oh, it is +1 Flyer, though, from Zazu, and +2 Carapace from Castro. Will that come into play here? Yeah, I really thought Zazu was in a lot more trouble than he was, but he's doing fine. His economy's great. He's down about 10 supply, but it's okay. He's got more Mutalisks, I think, at this stage than Castro does. He's getting a third base, too. Heck yeah. Heck yeah, Zazu. From the Lion King. Let's get it. Let's get that third base. And this is where the Lings come into play, though. I like the... Dart in, hit it, run out. That is what Castro's entire plan has been here today. Get in, kill one drone, run away. Oh, but then when the Lings are attacking and the Mutas are distracted, then by all means come in and kill all of these drones. It was awesome. It really was. Third base now getting started here from Castro. He saw the Joneses doing it. He's trying to keep up with them. But Zazu's is finishing, and Castro's is just starting, so that's a big upgrade here, too. For Zazu, our Polish Zerg, who I don't think I've ever known much about, but he seems pretty solid. He competed in the 2012 StarCraft 2 World Championship Series. Oh, played some Wings of Liberty stuff. Oh, I need his Brood War page. Either way, it looks like he stopped playing around 2016 or so, so he hasn't been around for a while. It's nice to get some of these names up. It's nice to see some of the names that maybe we haven't seen in a while. Here we go! See, Lings get Mutas, roar, run away! They do one big roar on the hatchery and then get the heck out of there. 24 workers for Zazu now. He has the lead in worker count. He's still down to about 10 supply, which means his army value is... Ooh, actually, no. It's only about 4. This is tight. This is really close all of a sudden. Third base is being enjoyed by Zazu. Third base from Castro just now popping. There are no drones at it because why would there be? I mean, there could be if you timed it perfectly as a Zerg player and had drones walking over here, and then, hey, as soon as this thing pops, they're ready to go. That would be super cool, but neither player is much interested in doing that level of precision here today at all. And yeah, there is no sign of a queen's nest. There's no sign of a hive and all the stuff packed behind that hive tech wall. Mutaflock is looking beautiful. So many mutalisks, so beautiful. The Scourge on the wind. I don't know, they're just going home. That's the thing. Neither player is being super aggressive, and they're both very close. They know like one misstep, one fly across the map and getting flanked by a ton of Scourge, and then the enemy mutas pounce on you, you're dead. It's dangerous that way. TVT is kind of the same way, right? You're moving out with your tanks, and if you move out with your tanks into a tank line, all your tanks are gonna die, and then you're gonna be the saddest possible of pandas. So I don't know, look, Castro's up. That's nice. He's got more army value. Zazu's got the better economy, but if you have a better economy and your army gets decimated and destroyed, then all of those workers are not going to matter. So you have to be kind of careful about not over-droning when your enemy is going to come kill you. Okay, all right. This is a Ling mission for the ages, coming down to the south at the third base to wipe it out. Oh, there is a Queen's Nest, by the way. There's a Queen's Nest from Zazu. There's a Queen's Nest here from Castro, too. Let's see if they make any queens or not. Yeah, that Ling run by. Hey, a drone died. Yeah, I think one. I think it was one drone that died. And now Castro has more economy than Zazu at 27 to 25. Plus, he has more army value by about 7. It's 120 to 113 overall. It is a hive! Hooray! Castro wants a hive. Oh, guess who also wants a hive? Yo, Zazu wants a hive. So both players are going for hive here at 17 minutes. All right, I like it. Abject chaos, Scourge connections, or I don't know. Not good. Castro still has 124 supply. I'm going to assume that was bad for Zazu. He lost a ton of his Scourge and did nothing? I don't know. Like, okay, I think there are 2. As I continue scanning, I think 2 of these mutas took Scourge hits. That's it. That is not good. That is bad. Oh, that was a Scourge hit there, too. So another guy is injured. Another guy's down here to 20 HP. Okay, okay. I hear ya. Are you both trying to get up to Plague? That's the only thing I could think you're going for here is Plague. The flyer attack upgrades continuing here. No, actually, no. They're both going to have, what, +2 carapace and +1 attack when all is said and done. Yeah. +1 attack finishes for Castro. He says it's time to go. And it is, yeah, 2-1 down here, too. So they both have the same upgrades. 2 carapace, 1 attack. They got there, and they're both going Greater Spire. Oh! I was not expecting them to go Greater Spire. So Castro's got 10 army supply more of stuff than Zazu does. Here goes nothing. Ah! The giant Mutalisk reunion of 2022. Hey, how's your mom? Great. How's your sister doing? She's fantastic. Oh, I saw your dad the other day down at the gym. Great. I don't know. Numbers-wise, Castro's doing fine. He's up 70 to 57 supply. Again, similar upgrades. But Castro just had a few more Mutalisks than Zazu did, plus he had his Scourge. And Zazu wasted his Scourge. What? Zazu holds Defender's advantage. Castro's up, but his units are over here instead of popping here. And he holds on. Okay. I don't know, man. Castro killed some drones, too. Yeah, look at that. It's 29 to 20 workers now for Castro. Plus, ooh, Ling's going after that Queen's Nest. Really? Oh, it's some Devourers. We do get some Devourers. Hooray. Hooray, hooray. All right, Castro says, let's come back in. I've got about 10 army supply advantage again. and a 10 worker advantage, so both those things are good for me. And Castro's making his own Devourers now, too. So it... it is Le Devourer. Alright, man, it's going to come down to some Muta Scourge Devourer battle of some kind here. I see Greater Spire, and I'm like, that's Guardians, right? No one makes Devourers in this game. In ZVZ, sometimes you do. And sometimes in ZVP. And I've seen them sometimes in ZVT, too. Some matchups get this unit every once in a while, but not super often. If their attack speed was better, they'd be used way more frequently. I think that's really the only change they would need to become useful. Consistently. Because, like, yeah, the debuff is great. I don't know. They're, like, stuck between being a support unit and being a basic attack unit, right? A part of the army. Because they do hit hard. I mean, 25 plus 2 is a massive swing. It's just every attack comes about every 3 seconds or so. And that's just not enough DPS to really keep up with the other stuff that's going on, and... Anyway, we're gonna fight near a Spore, huh? Okay, Scourge trying to connect. Castro's Devourers taking some serious hits there. But the Devourers are coming in here too. Everybody's been grape jellied. The Spore is gone on this third base. Zazu! Has Zazu somehow maybe done this? He's now up 70 to 50. How? I think maybe his Devourers got hits off sooner. Because Castro's Devourers were back here being distracted. Whoa! Zazu with a come from behind. That's a GG! Come from behind win! Castro taps out and Zazu from the Lion King is our winner. Hey! That's what we're here for. That was amazing. What a comeback from Zazu. He loses his spawning pool, never rebuilds it. Never rebuilds it. Loses this battle. He's down 10 army supply and 10 workers and goes, I'm just going. Let's go. Let's go to this third base of Castro and kill it. And I really think Castro's Devourers got caught up down here in their own little battle while all of Castro's Mutalisks were catching acid spores. And the acid spore, as you know, increases the damage taken by the number of spores. So, I mean, you know, nobody here... It's a 7. Oof. Extra 7 damage per shot on a Mutalisk is just like, ow. Ow, ow, ow. But yeah, I think that was it. So the acid spores got all over Castro's Mutalisks, and they were late arriving on Zazu's Mutalisks, relatively speaking. And that was it. That was the battle. I watched that again. That was crazy. Yeah. Hit that like button, man. That was fantastic. That was really fun. So here he comes. He regroups. He sits right outside of Castro's vision. He's like, you can see me. And then, he sees this too. He sees the Mutas head up this way, and then there's reaction time. Okay. It's pretty good here. Right. And then the Scourge, killed 2 of the Devourers. And then they weren't really in the battle. And the splits of Zazu coming around the outside there, too, to avoid the splash damage of the acid spores getting them was really important as well. That was cool. That was really, really great. Good plays there from Zazu. You know, that's what StarCraft is all about. Sometimes you're down. But a really solid engagement and some really decent micro and maybe a little bit of luck can allow you to win the match. Bam. What a boss. Losing your spawning pool. Losing every battle but the last one. That's so cool. Way to go, Zazu. 107,000 total points for him. 98,000 for Castro. Down 100 APM. Castro 301 APM on this game. Zazu 212. Insane. Castro produced more units. He killed fewer units. That final battle really messes with this tally for sure. Both players killed one building of the other. And then Castro even outspent Zazu by about 2,000 resources. Maybe less than that, but still. Yeah, Zazu was down in every measurable metric until the last battle, and then he won. Because he won it so decisively, and he won it on the other side of the map, which is kind of a big deal, too. Wow, that was great. That was great. Really impressed. Okay, cool. So that is going to be it for me today. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered and this crazy ZVZ. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.